Traditionally, marketing looked something like this. The products and services and companies were on one side and would more or less unilaterally communicate to the customer on the other side. And it was relatively easy to do that because most people were tuned into a set amount of media. But what's known as the millennial mindset has permanently changed that. You see, the millennials are a troublesome group of people who grew up with technology, and based on that, the mindset has changed. And troublesome, quote unquote, because the fact of the matter is that they've actually raised the bar on so many different things. And that raising of the bar and setting a new standard isn't actually troublesome anymore. What it has done is to elevate the rest of us who are not millennials to adapt those that mindset. And so, as a result, everything is impacted. The mindset change has shifted where the customer has all the power. We need to recognize that everything is now much more customer-centric. And as a result, businesses, brands, and products and services have to evolve in order to reach the now new millennial mindset. This tried and proven recipe for success of incorporating the sales funnel, the traditional sales funnel, we have to look at it through a new pair of lens, because there has been a paradigm shift. And so the sales funnel, of course, begins with awareness, lead generation. Then we move them down the sales funnel to interest. Then a decision is made. Hopefully a purchase is made. We develop loyalty between our customers and ourselves. And of course, move them further towards advocacy. No longer are we looking at a linear path. The actual path to a purchase decision actually looks something more like this. It's overlapping and convoluted. And so being able to understand this and being able to put measures in place to capture the new shopper journey is critical to the success of your business. Various steps along the sales funnel require a deliberate strategy. It's no longer business as usual. And that strategy can be summarized in something similar to this. It's no longer one step. Victory or a sale is actually accomplished by a series of smaller steps. So for example, an impression. You see an ad on your phone or on YouTube or in your email. You click on that ad to get more information. That is one small victory. That's a conversion. From clicking the ad to go to the website to download a brochure, that is actually another small victory. And you have to carefully plot the journey towards where you actually will receive the sale. We have to look at consumer-centric marketing and develop personas. Because what applies to me based on my age, my gender, my physiological demographic may not apply to somebody else with this exact same physiological demographic based on interest. And so businesses have to go a little bit further in developing and mining the data associated with these personas, because only then will you be able to adequately target your customers. It's important to constantly develop the persona information, collect information about their physiological placement, what their interests are, what their intentions are, etc. And as you do that, you will be able to customize your campaigns. In order to reach Brad, you will determine what ad designs and call to actions work well for him? Is he coupon based? Is he interested in downloadable? Does he want a free trip? What appeals to Brad? What call to actions will work? Where will you place your ads? Is it on mobile? Is it on social media? Is it on YouTube? Is it on email? Is it on TV? Is it in the Yello directory? How do you reach Brad to get them in various parts of the sales funnel? Having reached Brad, what are you going to say to him? And so, customized campaigns starting from the ad design to the ad placements to the landing page, really and truly will make the difference. And you will also have to include a multi-channel marketing approach. Like I mentioned, is Brad interested in reading the news, both print and online? Are they interested in watching videos or downloadables, etc.? The right tool will make the difference. Now, if you are a small mom and pop shop, then a tool, a universally accepted tool, will work. If, however, you're interested in getting customized premium results, then a general tool will no longer work. If you want to get a precision result, you need to be able to understand the basics of the digital toolbox, of which the website, we have found, is critical, is the nucleus, is the central point beyond which your social media campaigns will be derived. Similar content, similar messaging, similar objective. Your mobile apps, your landing pages, your blogs, your content marketing. If, for example, it starts with the website, and you use that to filter out the information to reach the various people, and when you get them out there in the big 4 billion internet users, and you filter them back to your customized website and with the content necessary to move them along that purchasing funnel, then you are already further along the game. And so content is actually how you're going to move those people along. It's important to understand and to know your website. Analytics, the number of visitors, for example, on your website, bounce rate, the time that visitors spend on your website, the source of the traffic that has led to your website. But all that is fine and well. What needs to take place now is that you use that information and you derive what are the insights. How can you use that information, that data, into actionable strategies? Things like, how does your website traffic compare to the industry average? You're getting 100 visitors to your website every month. How does that compare to other players in the same industry? How many searches are taking place? How many of your customers are actually looking for this product and service that you have to offer? How many of those searches are leading to your website? How can you improve that? Where do you need to focus on the persona targeting to ensure that you're reaching the right number of people in order to get them to the tool that will help to convert and move them down the purchasing funnel? Truth of the matter is that your website is not as resilient as you would think. It needs some TLC. Don't expect that you develop the website and that's it. It will be out there and take care of itself. Do's for your website. Ensure that you update your content. Text, images, video. However, don't use poor quality images. I know technology has evolved and everybody's taking photographs with their phones, but if you're going to use your phone to take a photo and upload it to your website, then at least use the proper filters. Do some editing. Don't use poor quality images, for example. Don't use long, cumbersome text. Be conservative. Be sensitive to the fact that your users don't necessarily want to read an epistle to get the information. Put the customer's experience first. You're not designing only for aesthetics. Never sacrifice usability for the sake of beauty. Think about your audience. Use web forms to collect information. In digital, they say the wealth is in the list. Collect that information. But at the same time, collect information that is necessary. Don't go and ask them their blood type and their shoe size and all this irrelevant information. That's not necessary. You want to be able to reach out to them, to get them to enter the funnel and be able to know how to move them down, but that comes after. Make it not, reduce the friction in order to enter the funnel. Ensure that your website is mobile friendly. Mobile is key. If your website is not designed to operate on a mobile device, whether it is your iPhone or your Android or whatever device, or your tablet, then you have a major problem. Then certainly, if you leave here with nothing else, it is to investigate your website, ensure it's mobile friendly, ensure as well it's optimized for speed. Part of the millennial mindset we spoke about earlier is that one of the things that they are not willing to do is to waste time. In the age of digital, I would say 2 years ago, people were willing to wait between 3 to 5 seconds for a website to load. Today, it's now like a little bit over a second. And you start losing visitors to your website every instant that goes by without the website loading. We talk about future-proofing your business. And so the next step is to look at and incorporate in some way omni-channel marketing. And omni-channel really and truly is where the difference is going to be made. Because the omni-channel experience is a fully immersive experience. It means that there's a seamless transition between your experience on your website, transitioning to your mobile app, to your social media page, to your offline. And so the experience, once you focus on the experience, you're ensuring that the customer is fully immersive. But it takes deliberate action, it takes deliberate thought to be able to incorporate this omni-channel experience. And so, if I were to summarize some of the key points, I would say try to ensure that you adopt a customer-centric approach to your business. Understand the various digital marketing tools that will play a part. Understand their strengths and benefits, and understand their role in the new sales funnel. Focus on experience, online as well as offline. Develop customer personas and know who your customers are. Remember, in digital, the wealth is in the list. Use multi-channel and multi-channel approach. Ensure that you don't make the mistake of thinking of your website as this resilient animal. Optimize your website. Keep the content fresh. Not only keep the content fresh, but utilize the hidden messages that your website is trying to tell you about your business. Analyze traffic, analyze the data, but not only analyze, but use that data to create actionable insights in order to improve this digital tool. And I would say one of the key points that I would like to leave with you is that digital marketing must therefore be part of your core business strategy, especially if you're going to incorporate the omni-channel approach. Digital, based on its pervasiveness, based on its importance, needs to be a core part of your business strategy. Thank you.